Today I'll show you how many mistakes you can make and still have a delicious meal. So I want to start off by saying, like, I honestly wondered, like, how is it that I'm using literally a fuck ton of butter, okay? So-called bad fat, butter makes you fat, right? And I'm like, in the process of eating every fucking thing I want, I'm still like losing fat. Like I'm still losing weight. Like it doesn't fucking make sense. Like more than I wish, because I usually want to maintain a good amount of weight. Okay, I spend a lot of time bulking, and I got up to 83 kilograms, and now I am like 73. Like it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it does because I've studied nutrition and I know what this is all about. I know why this is happening. And a major reason I can get away, I mean, it's totally fine, it's not like I'm doing something bad, but the reason I can eat so much butter, okay, and still like have a good body weight, a good fitness level, is because I don't eat shit food. I don't eat junk food, okay? This is a rule I set for myself a long time ago. Since when I stopped eating junk food. I think I've made this example many times, but I'll show you very quickly. I have here a closet, right? Is it called a closet? A drawer. Okay, I had a drawer here in which I kept a lot of sweets. It was around the festivity where after, like, I think in January, right, or February, I don't know. No, January, like the 7th. There is this festivity. I don't know the name, but it is usually a cultural thing to gift your kids, okay, sweets, okay. That year I got gifted, like, that charcoal, like sugary charcoal. I fucking love that. So once I finished it, I asked, like, can you buy me more? So I asked, and I got it. Okay, I basically started having that closet full of sweets and junk food, basically, ranging from M&Ms, chocolate, sugary charcoal and shit. So I started getting fat as fuck. Honestly, if I look back, I put myself into this situation. I was not viewing that way. It was kind of crazy because my mother, she told me, like, Fede, I think you're getting a little bit out of shape. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. It's not true. Like, you're just saying this because you are my mother or something like that. But the funny thing is that she was actually fucking right, okay? If I take a look at my pictures, because, like, when I was like, bro, fuck, maybe I need to start working out. I'm fucking lonely as fuck. I don't like my life. This may be all because I'm not looking the best. And it sure was. Many people like to deny this fact, but, the appearance of someone's matters a lot. You can say how much you want that I'm beautiful the way I am. I think it's pretty safe to say that it's pure bullshit. I think people are waking up to this reality. So I'm not gonna go in depth in saying that looks matter, because you probably know this already. So skipping that. Yeah, I didn't want to talk about my story. Fuck, I skipped the points I wanted to make in this video. I will get to them in a moment. So yeah, I basically basically forced myself to completely and never go back to, like, completely quit and never go back to junk food again. Okay, I did that. Honestly, it was kind of shocking. I started, like, not even working out that hard. Actually, I was not even working out at the beginning, and in the first month, I'll put a picture, maybe not. Okay. I'll put a picture, and I lost a fuck ton of weight. It was actually, I was skinny, okay? From being a little bit fat, skinny fat, I got actually skinny. It was scary, like, what? Is this all because of sugar? How can this be? Like, incredible. And since then, I realized how many life's problems are basically caused by junk food. When you start getting off junk food, you don't really realize the benefits until you start eating it again. I once, like, had an ice cream maybe or something sweet, I started feeling the physical consequences. Like my stomach maybe hurt a little bit. I felt a little bit tired. You know, energy was fucked. And you know, it's not only my idea. It's actually proven. Like there is a very good lecture I suggest you watch. It's very long. Okay, you may not understand it fully. There are 2 parts. I'll link you. I will redirect to the second part. It is called Fructose. Okay, 2.0. It's by the doctor called something Lastic. Okay, Lastic, the first name. And there is also a first part to it, which goes more in depth into the biochemical processes in the liver. But you do discover basically that fructose is a fucking poison, and you should not consume that shit. It fucks your hormones up, bro. This is very true. Like the hormones situation is very true. So yeah, I just don't eat junk food. I eat pretty much anything I can cook for myself from whole ingredients. Like every video you look at is just me cooking with whole ingredients. It doesn't really matter if it is fat. If it is just avoid seed oils. Okay, the only fat I'm asking you to stay away from is seed oils. They're very fucking awful. Like, processed as fuck. There is a lot of propaganda around it, convincing people that they are good. They're fucking bad. Okay, they're fucking bad. So yeah, I'm eating a fuck ton of butter in this video, and I'm totally fine, healthy as fuck. And so let's go not for a second to the cooking. Actually, for a second, for the rest of this video, to the cooking and what I'm doing. So I wanted to show you the mistakes I made. I made a huge mistake here. As you saw, like I fucking do this every time. If you've seen my previous video about this same recipe, I do the same fucking mistake. It's fucking crazy. I don't know why I keep. No, I know why I keep doing this, because I'm fucking stupid. You see the bottom? It is burnt. You know why it is burnt? Because every time I fucking cook, okay, I just leave it like it is there, and then go edit videos. I come here in this room, I walk here, and I start editing stuff. I start doing work. Then after 10 minutes, I go like, fuck, I have liver cooking in the pan. So I go back, rush in the kitchen, take the GoPro, start recording, and that is what you just saw. And yeah, it was kind of burned on the bottom. If it was the first time I was cooking, I probably would have thought like, oh, fuck, I fucked up, because I throw it all away. It's all burnt. Except it is not all burnt, okay? Only the bottom is burnt. For some reason, doesn't really affect the rest of the product. Even though I thought it did, like didn't. It was completely fine. You see, like the liver is totally clean. It's not black in any way or form. It's completely safe. Matter of fact, if you noticed, I took a scrape of that substance, and it was like yellow. I sprayed it on the plate, and I show you that it was not like charcoal, like carbonized matter. It was actually like pretty tasty stuff. So yeah, this happened to me also in a video I made about, like, it was called one ingredient jam, no sugar jam. I don't fucking know. The thumbnail, there is like no sugar, but yeah, I make this jam. A pretty old video, by the way, if you want to search it. And yeah, even in that video, it left like a black layer on the bottom, but that was more expected, because that needs to cook for a long time. So that is like, yeah, I mean, I guess this could be easily prevented just by stirring it more often and not going like away for 10 minutes. By the way, like the point I'm trying to make, even if you make this mistake, you're totally fine. As you see, I'm like blending everything together now, so don't stress about it too much. Just to say like how careless, I always say this, how careless you can be when you cook and still have a fantastic, tasty meal. So don't stress about that. The only thing I maybe don't advise you to do, like I did in this video, was to blend hot food, okay, and fat food in plastic. I will have to buy a non-estrogenic blender, okay, mixer, because you may not know this, but there are chemicals, okay, there are fucking, I'm trying to spread, I don't want to sound like a fucking psychopath, but since I learned this, I lived the suffering through that, because I have had very bad hormonal problems. I've had very low testosterone. Like I showed my results pretty often in my old videos, but basically I had 248 nanograms per deciliter of testosterone. Very fucking low, like clinically low. Like the ranges by themselves are already low. I had like low standards even by their standards. So like it's crazy. And when I discovered that there are these compounds, like I will mention just two, which are the main in plastic, which are BPA and phthalates. There are some plastics that are safe, like the type 5 plastic, the type 4, if I can recall correctly, even 2, I'm not entirely sure, but I know that 5 is completely, is the best one out of them. And yeah, but this is, I don't know what material this is. Usually, if I don't know the material, I just assume it's the wood, so yeah. Try not to put hot stuff and fatty stuff in plastic, as the hormones contained in this, like this is the thing, these compounds are basically artificial compounds that resemble the estrogen hormone, okay? It's not like they are like estrogen, like they resemble estrogen, they have the same like shape, very simplified, and they basically mess up your natural like balance of hormones. They fight against like your natural estrogen is completely fine, okay? The problem is when there is these outside the estrogen is kind of like binding to estrogen receptors and fucking you up, okay? I had gynecomastia. I basically developed, I was developing I was developing the mammary gland. No, basically women have this gland, and it gets bigger when they develop. And literally 1 year ago, I was having the same thing. It was getting painful, okay? Painful as fuck. I already experienced this when I was a teenager. Basically, this gland on the nipple got bigger and painful. I didn't think it would happen again, to be honest. So it was happening again. This one, and it's called gynecomastia, the medical term. And yeah, I fucked my hormones up. I stopped using. There are many ways. Like there is a very good amount of things you can avoid to avoid this xenoestrogen, this estrogenic compound. But yeah, I just named a few. I went longer than I should have. Let's see all the mistakes I made. Salt. I forgot to add salt. If you notice, I added midway. This just goes to show that you can basically add salt whenever the fuck you want. If you forget about it, you can add it at the end. If you put it at the beginning, completely fine. Okay. I forgot about it and I added it. So yeah, it's not part of the recipe. It's not like you have to put salt in that specific moment. I forgot about it. I would have usually put it before. So there was one thing. Let's see the other. Lemon. This recipe usually doesn't contain lemon. Lemon, though, is a part of my pleasure hypothesis. It's a part of basically the reason we like stuff. We like acidic stuff to a certain extent. It varies from from person to person, but usually we like acidic food. Okay. Think about like even Pringles, even chips. Okay, they all use acidity correctors. Energy drinks. Okay, most like every soft drinks uses acidity correctors, and we like the shit. We like that shit. Next time you go to the supermarket, check a label of a fruit juice. There will show like 100% there will be some acidity corrector in there. So this is why I added some lemon. Even though the recipe doesn't require it. I feel like I made that recipe better just by adding some lemon. Okay, appearance. I took these, you see these ingredients on the table. They are purely for appearance. There is no reason you should add them. The most important thing to have pleasure from this video you're looking at is the liver, butter, fat. You can use olive oil if you want. The recipe doesn't actually these tomatoes are kind of good because they are umami, sweet. And these are very two strong pillars that this ingredient really has a lot of. And yeah, but the green stuff is totally for appearance. It's not anything, doesn't have anything to do with the taste itself. Just, to have a good time then, I guess. And, also appearance kind of affects the pleasure you get from a food, because you look at something, it seems like it tastes good, so you are more happy to eat that. If you got any specific question, by the way, I forgot also, I didn't mention an error I made, a mistake I made. I didn't use a cutting board for cutting onions, but yeah, I mean, you can figure it out yourself. And if you got any question, let me know. I will gladly help you in any way if I can. And yeah, see you.
Thank you.